They just knew the history teacher was causing problems.
Yeah. Sir, next question is, how do you inspire students who are struggling, both academically and personally?
I think the first part of that is needs to be addressed with the last thing you said. If we want to address their academics, we have to address them as a person, like at the end of the day, because if they don't care about us as a person and we don't care about them as a person, what are they going to care about a math class or an English class or a history class or whatever? I think the main thing is to let the child know that, like, number one, like, whether you are the best student and you're going to win valedictorian, or whether you're the kid that we're going to drag across to the finish line and get them that diploma, like, I care about you. Like, I want to know what makes you tick. I want to know what you vibe with in class, what you don't vibe with in class, and try to help build you up. There's one trick that I also learned from the great Jim Horn, the guy who taught me how to teach. He does these cards at the beginning of the year, and it's so goofy. He'll get up on top of a desk, like first day of school, before he ever does anything. He says, I need guys over here. I need girls over there. And he gets them all in the corner. And they're like, what's going on? And he stands on top of a desk and he says, pulls out his phone. Everyone say cheese. And he takes their pictures. And they're like, what is he doing? He does the same. He's like, all right, you'll see those tomorrow. And then he'll literally cut out all the heads, glue them on all these note cards, put their names on them. And he says, all right, where's so-and-so at? Where's Johnny? Where's Billy? Where's Susie, right? He'll find all their cards. And he gives them this list of things that he wants to know about them. And it's things like, okay, who do you live with? Because we don't consider that sometimes as teachers. Like, some kids' home life are just awful. And that's why I'm anti-homework. Like, you don't know what every kid's going through. And not everything's equal for all kids. But, like, I want to know, who do you live with? Do you live with two parents? You know, and not that it's a huge deal, but, like, is it a heterosexual relationship, homosexual relationship? Like, what is it?
And again,
and that gives you some insight.
No, yeah,
grandma, grandpa, who do you live with?
And 99.9% of the time, the kid didn't choose that.
No, they
did not. It was chosen for them by the adults in their life.
Aunt, uncle, foster, you know, that's important. And then you're like, okay, I'm starting to see some things now. And then, who's your favorite teacher you've ever had? Even if a kid's from Wyoming, like, I still want to know who that is. And then I want you to tell me why you like them.
Why'd you pick Wyoming? I mean,
out of all the places. Well, I got some weird ones. I got some all over the place. I know I have none from Wyoming this year. So I was like, I don't want any kid to feel like I'm talking about them if they see this. But, you know, like, I want to know who it is and what made you actually like their class. And some people be like, so-and-so, because we didn't do anything in there. I'm like, well, that's not what I vibe with. Like, if that's what they're looking for, that ain't my class. Like, there's going to be days where they feel like they didn't do much because it was fun. But, like, there's going to be days where the work's going to be plenty. Like, but I just want to know. So I do that. I want to know their hobbies. I want to know if they do anything up the school. Are they in clubs? What's your favorite subject? I tell kids all the time, like, look, you don't have to say history. I'm not going to judge you. You don't have to say I'm your favorite teacher because you don't even know me yet. Like, please don't say that. So things like that just help me build the relationships, and then just paying attention to the data and knowing what's coming in across my grade book. Like, who is actually on the fringe? Am I seeing trends? Am I seeing their demeanor in the hallway change? And trying to stop things like that before it becomes too big of an issue and we're in the last 9 weeks and kids are failing or their behavior has just fallen off a cliff, you know?
So your answer there, a long way around. So your inspiration is you get to know them.
Yeah. It's all about relationships. Like, this is a relationship business, whether it's with my colleagues or the students or the admin.
All right, and our final question in the long-form interview section is, if teaching were a superhero job,